Thank you, Mike. I mean, today we've come not just to talk about the trade union bill, I don't think, but also to celebrate what trade unions do in our society. We are probably the biggest democratic force for change in Britain, in a world that's full of insecurity and fear, and getting more so in the workplace. You see, being in a trade union for me isn't about cheap car insurance or legal advice. It's about joining together to improve the lot of that and your workforce and the wider community. You see, we're a family in the trade union movement. We're the most diverse and representative section of our population. We represent all sorts of people from all walks of life, doing all the professions that we all rely on. So if you want better pay, better pensions, better terms and conditions at work, somewhere safe to do your job and be free from discrimination, that's why you need to join a union. Now, there are those out there walking by, working in shops today, factories and so on, who think they can do all this on their own. They're wrong. You're not going to get anywhere on your own thinking that you can fight those battles with the employer and with other elements in society by just standing out singularly. It's our collective strength together that will bring progress for all of us. That's how we make advances in our society. The dog-eat-dog world that we're told exists out there doesn't benefit us, doesn't benefit ordinary working people. That's why we need trade unions to take up the struggles for us. And trade unions are key not just to obviously things like health and safety, but in this area of Dorset, things like the living wage. Many of these employers that you see around here operating the shops don't pay their staff and workers the living wage. Yet we as taxpayers are subsidising those employers because those staff have to claim benefits to top up their low wages. Low wages are a scandal in Dorset and right across the country, and the trade union movement is at the forefront of trying to put living wages into workers' pockets. It's an important advance that we are making. No one else is making that. Don't believe Osborne when he talks about a national living wage. It's a con. It's not the real thing. It's the trade union movement that's putting the real arguments forward. But it's not just about ourselves. Often we're portrayed as if we're only interested in defending members in the workplace. This isn't true. Trade unions are about the community. Trade unions are about the services that our members provide, all the services that ordinary people rely on. And more importantly, it's about standing up for those who can't stand up for themselves, the young, the old, the disabled, the unemployed, refugees. That's what trade unions are about, looking after everyone, because it's that understanding that we're stronger together and weaker when we're divided. So let's be clear. What we're up against now are the policies of austerity. These are a choice. We don't have to do it this way. The politics of austerity has been chosen by this government as a way of rolling back the welfare state, rolling back the gains that we've made in the workplace over many, many years through collective action. We've got to stand up against the politics of austerity and say there is a better way. We should be taxing the likes of Google properly. We should be making sure that employers are paying fair wages, and we should be clamping down on those who avoid paying their fair share. So rather than cutting jobs and services on which we all rely, we should be going after those who caused austerity in the first place. If you want to do something about that, if you want to make sure that it's a better workplace for you and your colleagues and a better community in which to live, join a union. Thanks very much. Yay!